wanted to talk about sustainable growth because that's something I'm trying to pursue right now in this new version of my business and in this current era. I'm trying to grow my business, scale it, but do so in a sustainable way where it works for my lifestyle, it works for my bank account, and also for the planet. If we grow at all costs and if we pursue success at all costs, we're going to burn out and we're not going to be able to be consistent, and we're probably only going to be able to do it for a couple years. Whereas I'm trying to build an empire and a business that I can run for decades. I want this to be my career and my legacy. But I've learned so much already in this 2.0 version of my business, and I feel so much more fulfilled. I feel a lot happier. I feel a lot lighter. That being said, it is still hard. I've talked about the ugly truths about starting a business all over again in your 30s before. So it is still hard, but it is so much more fulfilling. And I feel like my business satisfies my needs so much more because I've designed it that way and I've been really intentional about it. I've been helping my clients do the same thing, and I've realized that not enough people talk about achieving your version of success in a sustainable way and how you can do that. That's why I put together an absolutely free mini course. It's called Your Success Roadmap, where we get deep, we get introspective around what success looks like for you. Based off of that, we figure out where you are right now, where you want to go, assess the gap, assess the delta, and then we build a plan and a roadmap for you to actually achieve it. I'm super proud of it. I am really looking forward to you going through this because if you're someone that wants to sustainably grow and scale your business and make it work for your lifestyle, then check it out. You can enroll for free at selenaho.com/roadmap, and the link is down below for you as well. If you want to achieve your own version of success, be unapologetic about it, sustainably grow, these are the 4 things that I have found to be so helpful. The first thing is to set the intention to sustainably grow and be so unapologetic about what your version of success is. If your version of success is building a multi-million-dollar business and you're able to sell it one day and exit it, amazing. That's great. But also, if your version of success is having a one-person business where it's just you're able to sustain your lifestyle and also have a family, then that's amazing too. Don't let anyone tell you that your version of success is too big or too small. It is your version of success for a reason. And society loves to prescribe to us what success should look like. I am in this era where I'm trying to tune it all out and do what makes sense for me. That's the first thing. Set the intention to be so unapologetic about what your version of success is. And again, you can take my free mini course, Your Success Roadmap, to figure out what that is for you and how you're going to achieve it. But the intention needs to be set. Otherwise, if you don't, you're just going to follow whatever society says and may not apply to you. So it is important to set that intention. The second thing that I've realized in this new era is that you should embrace work-life integration. In my past business, I tried to chase work-life balance because everyone was like, you need to make sure that you are doing hobbies outside of work. And honestly, it stressed me out more because as an entrepreneur, you work a lot. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. On top of that, it felt like chasing balance was another thing I had to add to my to-do list, which is such an unhealthy and unhelpful way to look at things. I now prescribe to work-life integration because as entrepreneurs, you shouldn't have to apologize for the fact that if you want to, you can work on the weekends. Or if you don't want to, you don't have to work on a Monday morning. The world is your oyster, and that's why a lot of entrepreneurs set out to do this, the flexibility and the freedom of it. So work-life integration is now what I believe in. And instead of trying to force and compartmentalize your life, this is work and then this is fun. You don't have to do that. You don't have to make it so rigid and so stressful. So embrace work-life integration and embrace the fact that you don't have to work a 9-to-5 schedule. You are purposely being an entrepreneur, so you don't have to work a 9-to-5 schedule. So don't try to marry yourself to that if it's not working. The third thing that's been really helpful is embracing seasons. So when I first pivoted my business and I was setting this new version of my business up, it was a very busy and hectic season. I was building out my website, figuring out my offerings, still servicing my past clients, trying to bring in new clients. There was a lot going on and definitely was a season where I was working a little bit more. Now that I have the foundations and the systems and the processes set up, I can relax a little bit. And so there's seasons where you are working more, you're on more, and then there's seasons where you're working less and you're off less, which is why the work-life integration is so helpful. because you can travel and you can work at the same time. It's about trying not to force yourself into a box and force a traditional, conventional working style where it probably doesn't work for you. Now I'm all about syncing with my menstrual cycle, making sure I listen and honor my body. And if I need to be creative, which is a lot of people, you can't force creativity. You can't force inspiration. So take a walk outside, meditate, do yoga, do whatever you need to do to get in that headspace, and then it'll come. But if you force yourself and you're like, I blocked off 2 hours on Monday to be creative and I'm not creative, and then you spiral, it throws off your week, that's not productive. So just understand there's seasons. There's seasons where you're busier, and then there's seasons when you're not, and that's okay too. The fourth thing is setting up myself for success. My personal self-care is making sure I sleep enough, I'm hydrated, I'm drinking water, I'm eating decently well. It's okay if I have a treat every now and then. I love my instant ramen, and I love a good pack of crisps or chips or whatever you call it. So that's fine. But making sure I take care of myself first and foremost, because I cannot pour from an empty cup. The next thing is setting up the systems and the processes to make sure I can sustainably grow. And that's stuff I work through with my clients. I think that if you have the right systems and processes in place, it makes your life so much easier. The third thing is then hiring a team and contractors, but being so intentional about this. And I'll do a future video on this because I have had contractors and team members before, and it's honestly caused me more work and more stress, which is not what you want. So you want to do that intentionally and strategically. In summary, I do believe you can sustainably grow. I've been trying to do that for the past few months. It's been going really, really well. I'm now trying to help clients do that as well. But I'm documenting this journey. We'll see how it goes. At the end of the day, if this business doesn't work for my lifestyle, I don't want to do it. I'm not trying to force anything. I want to make sure that I build a career where I'm able to do it for decades and decades, like I mentioned. You can only do that if you're not burning out every single month from your job. Don't get me wrong, I'm still working hard. I'm still doing all the things, but I'm doing it in a way that it works for me and I'm not forcing anything. So that's the main difference. With all that being said, if you haven't already, take my Your Success Roadmap mini course. It's going to be so helpful. We're going to identify your version of success so you can set that intention. And then we're going to create a roadmap together so that you know how you're going to get there and achieve it. You can enroll for free at selenaho.com/roadmap or click the link down below. I hope this video was helpful for you. Leave any questions you have in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.